Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have somehow update slash small review of 4 fragrances that I unboxed in my yesterday's video, which was the old Creed Aventus inspired fragrances in my collection, and these 4 are very cheap. They are cheap at chips. They are around £10 give or take. I think they have an application for people either don't want to pay that much money for a perfume, or they are on a tight budget, or they are youngsters and they are student and things like that. These could be very helpful because they smell like Creed Aventus, really very close to it, but they are very cheap. Although you won't get the best of quality, obviously here you got mainly synthetics, and also in terms of presentation they are not the best either. But you know me, I don't care about presentation as long as you give me a good juice and the presentation is functional and minimalistic. I'm happy with that. So in terms of the there are 4 of them here. So one is Lamis Creation Lamis, and this is Lamis Legend Deluxe Limited Edition. Edited Toilette, 100 ml for men. What a name. Yesterday in unboxing I basically was a bit rough on it and I took this part off, which I shouldn't done. I thought it's a cap, but it's not. It's just basically this one comes off. So although it's still in a cheap side, but it's not bad. It looks okay and also it's functional. So now the spray works. It's okay. The spray is not very good, but it does the job which we wanted to do, which is you know, putting the juice on the skin or on the t-shirt. So this one, it lasted it lasted quite good while, and this is the cheapest one between these 4. This is under £10. You can find it in the United Kingdom and also in other places even cheaper, around maybe £8-9. So very cheap, 100 ml. It smells very close to Creed Aventus. Very close. It's quite on the fruity, woody side. There is there's no smoke in here, but it does, you know, it would take you to almost 80% of Creed Aventus, which is, you know, for less than £10. That is amazing. Performance wise, again, because all these cheap fragrances, they don't perform very well. This one in particular lasted on my skin around 4 to 5 hours, which is, for under £10 you're not going to ask more for more. So for the price is okay, it's not bad, and also it's edited toilette, so 4 to 5 hours is not bad at all, with 1 hour of good projection. If you go heavy on the trigger, this is actually could last you even longer. If you go on t-shirt, it goes longer, and also because it's very cheap, under £10, you can be you know, liberal with the trigger and go as much as you like, and it won't hurt the bank. So not bad at all for the money. As I said, the presentation, be careful when you get it. Just take this bit off. Don't think this is a cap and take everything up, because then you fall apart. But for the money, not bad at all. Yeah, the smell, again, on the synthetic side, because again we are talking about less than £10 for 100 ml, but we would take you 80% close to Creed Aventus. Smells quite palatable, smells quite nice. Wow, what a bargain. Okay, so that was Creation Lamis. Let's go to the next one. The next one is this one is so the Crave Nero for men. This is Eau de Parfum, and this is JFenzi. So this one is, although it smells a little bit in terms of quality, tiny bit better, although again we are talking about synthetic realms here, under £10, again very cheap. But for Eau de Parfum, it was a bit disappointing because it didn't last more than 3 hours on my skin. If you go on t-shirt, maybe up to 4 hours. So for Eau de Parfum, that is a little bit disappointing. But again, because under £10, you're not expecting huge performance here. In terms of smell, it's actually quite nice. This one again, 70 to 80% Creed Aventus, but with a twist. And the twist is here is a little bit sweeter, so a little bit sweeter than the normal Creed Aventus basically copies. But again, for the money, it's quite acceptable. It's quite nice. You're not going to break the bank. Again, you can go heavy on the trigger. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't cost. It smells quite nice. But this one almost was the weakest in terms of the performance. Again, 3 to 4 hours maximum, or at least what I got out of it. But in terms of smell, it's quite nice. Again, we are talking about synthetic realms. Okay, so let's go to the next one. The next one is Chatler. This one is again a little bit better than the last two in terms of smell and in terms of quality. And this one Eau de Parfum, and this one is Adventure, Chatler Adventure. Okay, so this one again around 4 to 5 hours. If you go a little bit heavy, maybe it goes even longer. So it's not bad again for the performance under £10. That is acceptable. But smell wise, this one is a little bit smokier. So this one is smokier than the last two. Last two were a little bit on the fruitier and woodier side of things, although the fruits and the woods and the citruses are not very apparent on the last two, but the woodiness is very apparent. Here you get a little bit of fruitiness, a little bit of citrusness, and a little bit of smokiness. So it's a little bit smokier than those last two. If you like it a little bit smokier, then this one is for you. It's a little bit leathery as well. So again, let's say 4 to 5 hours on the skin with 1 hour of good projection. If you go a little bit heavy, you might get better performance, and also if you go on t-shirt, a little bit better as well. But overall, this one is a smokier one. Yeah, smokier and leatherier than the last two. Let's go to the last but not least, and this one is Crest Advent from Style Perfume, and this one is a subsidiary of Sterling Perfumes, which owns Armaf. And this one, in terms of price, is a little bit more. So the last three probably around 10 or less than £10. This one is less than £15, and that little bit more, it gives you a little bit better quality, a little bit better smell, and a little bit better longevity, and also a little bit better presentation. For that, it's quite good. So again, this one, yeah, in terms of smell, it's very, very good. It's almost 90% close to Creed Aventus, but you still got the syntheticness here, but a little bit better blended, better quality of ingredients, and also better presentation and better performance. With this one, I got about 5 to 6 hours on my skin, and in t-shirt it goes a little bit longer. If you go heavy on the trigger, again it goes a little bit longer. So this one was the best performing out of the four, and also better presentation, better quality of the juice, little bit, and also a little bit better smell, better blending. Yeah, so this one, again, let's say 4 to 5 hours on the skin. On t-shirt goes up to maybe 6 hours. So a little bit better in terms of performance, in terms of smell, in terms of quality. Overall, these are for people who either don't have the means, or they are a student, they are very, very young, or they don't want to pay the price of a little bit better quality Creed Aventus inspired fragrances, which could range, you know, they could go between something like 20 to 50 quid. So if you like them very, very cheap, these are probably the best cheap fragrances you can get for Creed Aventus inspired fragrances right now. I have a Cuba Milestone, which is again very weak, about 2 to 3 hours, but it smells a little bit better than these. Not better, but it smells a little bit more refined, but in terms of smell it's similar to these ones. And also but it's very weak, maybe 2 to 3 hours. And also I have another one from this Italian house, which I will leave the name in the description, which is similar, maybe less than these in terms of price, but maybe 6-7 quid. But that one performance similar to these ones, but in terms of smell it's a little bit better and the quality a little bit better. So I'll leave the description if you want to go and check them. So this video is going to be very cheap Creed Aventus inspired fragrances. Let's call it cheaper chips. Overall, I think they have an application, although if you can afford a little bit better quality, then maybe it's better to go for better ones. But even if you buy them and you think you're experimenting, is not bad at all, because again they don't break the bank of under £10 or around £10 or so. You think, okay, it didn't work for me, but I can give it to somebody else to enjoy it. Okay guys, so if you have them, if you try them, if you know them, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, don't forget to hit those buttons. This way I bring you bargains, fragrances that are on the radar, not many people talk about them, and they are hidden gems to your attention. Your help, your support will take this channel a long way, and I appreciate that very much. If you want to buy one of my own fragrances, I'm a perfumer myself. I make the perfumes from scratch to the perfume. Nobody else is involved. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker. They are out of this world. They are super artistic, amazing value for money. They are very mesmerizing, very unusual, and they are ultra beast mode, but you need to live in that kingdom in order to purchase them. I leave them in the link as well. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye.